Hi, my name's Matt Shield. Welcome to my webinar presented by my company, ListingDealer.com, also in conjunction with Fidelity National Title. My name's Matt Shield, and in this webinar, I am going to educate you as to how you can double your income by selling your listings directly to buy and hold hedge funds. Now, bit of housekeeping before we get started. You're all on mute, so you cannot talk, but if you have any questions, you can write your questions in the box to the right, the text box, and then I'll go over all the questions at the end. Now, I'm going to try and rattle through this webinar as quickly as possible. There's a lot of good information here, but I've been on some mind-numbingly boring webinars, and so I will make every effort to make this short, sharp, and sweet. It shouldn't last no longer than 30 minutes, although I will be recording this webinar, so if there's something you feel you missed, then you can get back, watch it at your leisure another time, and also you can feel free to contact me directly if you have any questions. Now, so what do I aim for you to walk away with today after listening to this webinar? I want you to have a clear understanding of how to obtain and sell listings directly to hedge funds. And I'm going to give you solid ideas that you can put into practice today to grow and double your income. And I'm also going to present to you how you can ethically sell your listings to hedge funds without paying any co-broker fee or giving away any of your income from the listing. And I'm also going to show you how this year you can increase the number of transaction sites for you, your team, or your office. So you're probably wondering, who's this crazy Australian? No, I'm not Australian. I'm from England. That's a picture of me there. My name's Matt Shield, and I'm English, not Australian. I've been in America for 10 years. I'm a licensed agent in Nevada, and I was formerly in charge of acquisition development for a major hedge fund, which is where I got the ideas, expertise, and contacts to present to you the Listing Dealer platform. Now, some people refer to me as the hedge fund whisperer, and that's because I've got direct relationships with multiple hedge funds across the country, as well as private equity groups. And through my Listing Dealer platform, I give these contacts to you for free at no cost. So, and also my direct email, I'll make every effort to answer your questions during this presentation, but my direct email is matt@listingdealer.com. So let's move on. So what is Listing Dealer? Listing Dealer is a free service to realtors. It's a web-based platform designed for the benefit of agents and their clients. It was built by an agent, myself, for agents and their sellers. It's a seller-agent-centric platform. And it's a platform that increases the income of agents, teams, and brokerages by empowering you to deal directly with the hedge funds. These are buy and hold hedge funds that cannot buy properties fast enough. Now, also in Listing Dealer, which I'll show you, not only can you procure, are there verified and vetted hedge funds there, but it's also a complete communication and document management platform. And once again, I stipulate it's absolutely free. It's designed to help your deals go faster and smoother and give you access to more verified and vetted cash offers for your sellers. We've been in operation since February 14th. Oh gosh, we've done hundreds. We've initiated and helped agents close hundreds of acquisitions for hedge funds in different counties and different states in America. And each and every time an agent has managed to deal directly with a hedge fund, they get full income on the file, so they don't have to share their income with a hedge fund by a broker team or pay any referral fee. benefit and profit directly through the listing dealer system at no cost. And best of all, it's a way where you can represent your seller to submit their properties simultaneously to multiple verified and vetted buy and hold hedge funds so they can get a quick, clean cash offer, not a lowball offer, but a good offer to the benefit of your seller or client. So some people have said that Listing Dealer is like lightning in a bottle for sellers, for realtors, and for hedge funds. I will let you be the decider of that. So why are hedge funds buying? Gosh, this time 2 years ago, if you'd have said to me hedge funds were going to buy tens and tens of thousands of homes as quickly as possible, I would have said, what the devil are you talking about? But they're buying for a number of different reasons. And I'm not going to go into detail with it now, but the basic reasons are this. They're buying to yield cash flow. They're looking to make cash flow now, as any investor would. Some are looking, and then also, some are looking for future equity gain, which means that they want to buy cash flow now, and then they're betting that the properties are going to go up in value in the future. So they may sell them in the future for additional profit on top of their cash flow. Now, and then also some private equities groups are there to flip, and then I will explain about that. Listing Dealer isn't designed for flippers. However, there's nothing wrong with flippers as long as you don't let them flipping annoy you, which as an agent I've had my fair share of that. So before I go into the Listing Dealer platform, I'm going to actually physically go in there with you now and show how to use it and log on. I've got to have you ask a question for yourself right now. Do you have $1 billion buyer? Now you do. In Listing Dealer, all the funds are verified and vetted. And Listing Dealer gives you access to a multiplicity of buy and hold hedge funds in your area, giving you direct access to multiple hedge funds. Now, the benefit of doing business with a hedge fund, the benefits, plural rather, are that they're probably the least emotional buyers you're ever going to encounter. All the offers are cash with very small amount of contingencies. They're closers. They want the property. There's never an appraisal issue, ever, because they're all cash. And with regards to inspections, usually they don't even need a full inspection. They have boots on the ground and systems in place whereby it can be very convenient for your seller to quickly remove all diligence and get the deal closed. Usually they have a 15-day close of escrow. I've seen them close faster, but then the other good thing about doing business with a hedge fund is if you've got a short sale, a lot of the times buyers disappear in short sales. A hedge fund in Listing Dealer, I'm not going to say never, but 99.9% of the time they will close. And so they're the most patient, savvy cash buyer you can have for any short sale file. And as long as the bank isn't beyond ridiculously unreasonable, and hey, I've witnessed that on occasion recently, the hedge fund will close. So it gives you the ability to concentrate on what you do best, is getting listings, doing marketing, because once you have the hedge funds in contract, they close. And remember, you can deal directly with them and profit from doing business with them. And another good thing about the hedge funds, you will never, ever have to put them in your car and drive them around. In fact, they're so savvy that it really makes it like a pleasant experience to once you get into contract with them and to close deals for your sellers. Now, as I said, Listing Dealer gives you direct access to multiple hedge funds, and some hedge funds close as many as 150 to 200 homes a month locally in Maricopa County now. Now, I designed Listing Dealer so that they compete for your seller's business, so you can concentrate on getting more listings, and then you can avoid steering your listings to one investor or fund. You can ethically represent your seller by submitting to multiple listings quickly. And best of all, as I mentioned, you can double your income and have fun selling real estate again. And I might also mention as well that there is a private equity fund that loves short sales, and any house that needs to have work on it, like warts and all, put it in Listing Dealer. Now, what I think I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go into Listing Dealer now. Let me show you inside Listing Dealer. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, so this is inside Listing Dealer. The most important thing you should do after this webinar is go to listingdealer.com and then set up a free account. This is designed for agents, by agents. Only agents can be members of Listing Dealer. Now put all your detailed information in here. It's very important you put detailed information in, because when a hedge fund wants to do business with you, they need all this information so they can accurately send you an auto-generated, time-stamped letter of intent to present to your seller. So it's very important that this information is correct. Now, once you log into Listing Dealer, if you go into here, first thing I want to bring to your attention is that inside Listing Dealer, once you're a member, and it's free to be a member, there's some videos in here to help you enter in a listing, how to negotiate and close a file, and then here's me, Matt Shield, the hedge fund whisperer, explaining why I set up Listing Dealer. So after this, log on, make an account, and go. If you need any help, look at the analyst and look at the help videos. Now, if you want to add a listing, I've designed it to be super simple. Now, type in the APN number. In some states, the data will auto-populate. If you can just do this, type in the APN number of the property, type in basic information of the property, type in which state you're in, Arizona for instance, type in all this basic information, say what type of listing it is it a short sale or conventional / traditional sale or an REO. Now this is really important here. Is this property, is it pre-MLS? Is it still contingent, lost the buyer? Price reduced but not reduced in the MLS, or standard MLS listed? Now I can tell you that the hedge funds are everywhere, and if hedge funds are making acquisitions in your area, there's probably $1 billion in cash floating around above your head at any time trying to get into properties. So if the property is in the MLS, chances are the hedge funds have already looked at it. So it's better, if you want to increase the chances of dealing directly with the hedge funds, it's better to put it in when it's pre-MLS, still contingent lost buyer, or price reduced, not reduced in the MLS. Just a little tip for you there. Now, say what type of property it is, basic information here. Put here requested contract price that your seller wishes, estimated market value and rental value. Don't beat yourself up on these numbers, but like the hedge funds, they pay people good money to analyze properties, so they always have their own opinion, but be as accurate as you can here. Now, a lot of our investors have pre-capped relationships with Fidelity National Title, and if you don't already know a title rep, you can click here and be connected to one. Otherwise, if your seller wants a specific title company, the hedge funds will accommodate it, but it will make your deals go smoother and faster if you utilize Fidelity National Title. Now, here is monthly fees, HOA, taxes. Now here, put a description of the property. Now, these hedge funds, they want you to be their buyer's agent. So put as much information as you think is pertinent that's going to help you to get the deal done. For instance, this short sale is pre-approved, lost the buyer. If you offer this much, this is a done deal. We can close in 15 days or within 30 days. Or there's a tenant in place. Hedge funds love tenants in place. They're paying this. This is the lease. Can you do this? Just do whatever you think is going to make the deal happen. Now, I designed this here. Do you wish to be the buyer's agent? Yes. Obviously not a problem if you've got a traditional sale where the seller's compensating you for your services. Now, if it's a short sale, what we found is that banks, those pesky behemoths, they like to reduce your commission. And so we don't like that at Listing Dealer. So if you're a listing agent for a short sale, you can assign the buyer's agency for the short sale to your wife or someone in your office or whomever you wish, and then say, my name's Matt Shield, I'm in the system. If I type in Matt Shield, there I am, click on that, and now I'm going to be the person for the buyer's agent. Now, that means, though, that the bank can't reduce your commission. So you're welcome to do that if you wish to. Now, something else is that Listing Dealer's designed for agents to submit their own properties or properties they have written permission from the owner to market. Now, you can only submit listings if you agree that this is your listing and you have permission to list that property. It's a little safety valve there. Now, I'm not going to add a listing now because this is live, but what I am going to do is walk you through it. So you put this basic information here, then you get to a page where it says listing condition. This is going to help the hedge fund verify their rehab budget so they can pay as much money as they can manage for your seller. Then upload photos. You can upload 5 photos at a time with no upper limit of how many photos you upload. And then you preview the listing and then you publish it. So now if I just go into Listing Dealer now, so you wouldn't see this in Listing Dealer, but what this is this is what an analyst would see. Now these properties, they only stay inside Listing Dealer for 72 hours. So we only give hedge funds the freshest opportunity so that they can make acquisitions. Now you can see here, most of the submissions here are pre-MLS. Obviously, some agents put a couple standard MLS listed ones, but really, standard MLS isn't where it's at. The hedge funds, the pre-MLS, the still contingent loss buyer, or price reduced, not reduced in the MLS, that's the gold in Listing Dealer, and that's the gold that's going to get you paid as agents if you can get a cash offer that's acceptable for your seller. Now, if we just go into, let's go into a property here, for instance. Let's try this one here. Okay, so I'm in as an admin account, so the hedge funds never see your contact information here. They would never see that. This is what the hedge funds see, and this is what your listings look like when you submit them. Now, remember, when you're a member, you only have access to what you submit into Listing Dealer, and it's private information. We have all the data's encrypted and all the data's opt-in, and we will never give your information to anyone without your permission. Now, okay, so this house here, all the basic information is here for the analyst to look at. 2218 Pink Coral, pre-MLS. The agent wants 150 for his seller. You can see here it's conventional sale. Here's the basic information that the agent filled out on page 1. The agent thinks that the property will rent out for $1,200. Now this agent's done a good job. They've put some good photos in here, which shows to me that the property's relatively move-in ready. It's always good to show if the appliances are there or not, because it may or may not enable the hedge fund to increase their offer to you by like 2,000 or 3,000. And the yard looks clean and tidy. And yeah, a good submission from an agent there. The better the photos, the more likely you are going to double your income. Now, you see the agents put some information here, freshly painted, ceiling fans throughout. And then if you look down here, this is the information that's uploaded from the condition page when you add a listing. So like amount of home carpeted, 35%. That helps them ascertain their rehab budget for replacing carpet. The house is 1,737 square feet. Like 35% of it is carpet. The rest is tile. Normally they clean the tile. Normally they replace the carpet. So the analysts fly through these And so now, if an analyst wants to make an offer on your property, they're going to send you a communication saying, you know what, I want this property, I'll offer you 150, we can close in 15 days. Then they click make an offer. Now, they're not actually making an offer to you, they're just communicating to you. Now, you'll get email notification from Listing Dealer. Very important, make sure admin at Listing Dealer is not in your spam and that you have it as one of your contacts, because we're going to be, if you're going to be submitting properties, we're going to be sending you a lot of emails and hopefully getting you some nice checks as well. Now, when the hedge fund is interested in your property, you'll receive notification. Now, for your seller, you can accept, counter, or reject. You're not tied to having to do business with the hedge fund, and the hedge funds get it. Now, if you know that it might be acceptable to your seller, or you think you might like to present this offer to your seller, if you click accept, then the Listing Dealer system will auto-generate for you a letter of intent, the articles of incorporation for the hedge fund, their proof of funds, closing instructions, and an example of the verbiage in a residential purchase contract as they like them written. So armed with this information for your seller, you've got a choice. You can either write up a full purchase contract for your seller, upload it into Listing Dealer, and have your seller sign it, have the buyer sign it, then have the seller sign it, or you can take the letter of intent and communicate to your seller that you have a verified cash offer with a quick close, and then if that may be acceptable to your seller, then you could write up a purchase contract. You can use Listing Dealer at any time. I designed it for the benefit of your sellers and you to quickly procure cash offers for your clients. So you can use it at any time. Now, if we go into, just to show you like other parts of Listing Dealer, like for instance, once we get into here, excuse me, 1 second, whoa. So here, you can also see here, maybe that's not such a good one, but do you know what? You can look in the videos and see here, but I just want you to show one more thing while I'm here. I'm sorry. I've got stage fright and I'm over-clicking my mouse. So also within Listing Dealer is a complete communication platform. So you can keep everything in one place, and then if you need documents to be uploaded, you can have them signed in Listing Dealer. So what this enables you to do is to do business with multiple hedge funds, keep everything in one place, and simplify and streamline your deals for your sellers to your benefit. Now, as I mentioned, there's help videos inside Listing Dealer, and if you have any questions, contact me directly, and I'll be happy to help you out any way I can. I designed it to be super simple, so it should be, I'd like to say it's child's play, but hey, I'm here if you need me, okay? So, seen inside the Listing Dealer, as I said, go into Listing Dealer, make a free account, and get started, so when you get that property, you're ready. Now, what are the hedge funds buying? What type of property should you go after? They're buying single-family homes, townhomes with garages. Some are buying they're all buying short sales. They love short sales, condos included. They buy distressed multifamily, or in fact any distressed property, any fixer-upper, fire-damaged house at any price point. They love that. Land, not land at this time. We did have a fund buying land at one stage, but we're not doing any land right now. As a rule of thumb, the hedge funds can't buy anything that has rental restrictions, although they will buy it if it's a fixer-upper and like particularly damaged. They'll buy anything if there's a chance for equity gain once they do some rehab. Age restricted is okay on a case-by-case basis, and with the multiple hedge funds that are in Listing Dealer now, a couple of them will not buy properties older than 1980. Others will buy any age property, and I know for a fact that the oldest one they've purchased through Listing Dealer was 1945, which is almost as like ancient as homes in England, in my estimation. But on a case-by-case basis, they'll buy any age home. Now, they pay, you see I put it in inverted commas, market value. So they're buy and hold hedge funds, so you will get the highest cash offer that they can manage based on like what the property yields and market rent and all their other analytics. Now, got to ask, I always find myself as an agent, whenever I take properties, is my listing in the box? And so, what is the box? Well, the box, these hedge funds look at everything as if they can fit it in that acquisition box. So, any property, it's actually changed now since we started because the hedge funds, the market's gone up. But any property under 285,000 is automatically could be in the box, and then up to 350 on a case-by-case basis. Any fixer-upper, any property in a decent location with a good likelihood of rentability and a good likelihood of future appreciation, although I have seen hedge funds take down properties with great gusto in areas that you wouldn't think. And so there is really no particular rule of thumb. Age of property, if you can, newer the better, but like as I said, on a case-by-case basis, they'll buy anything, and they'll buy anything at the right acquisition price as well, although Listing Dealer wasn't designed for lowball offers. Now, market value I mentioned, that's really like an opinion, but they pay top dollar for homes, and they buy homes in any condition as long as they can verify their rehab budget, which they factor into their acquisition equation. Now, tenant in place is the tenant. If you've got a house that's rented out, hedge funds love that. But are the tenants paying market rent? Do they qualify? Some hedge funds, they need to show that they have income. Some hedge funds won't rent out to people that had a BK within the past year. They all have different criteria, which is why it's beneficial to put them in Listing Dealer, because you get multiple bangs for your seller's buck. In fact, it's not for your seller's buck because it doesn't cost your seller anything. You get multiple cracks at the whip to get your seller a quick cash offer at no cost. And as I mentioned, different funds have different acquisition criteria for yields, properties, locations, age of property, etc. So my duty to my fellow listing dealers is to pile the funds as deep as possible to get you success with your listings. Now, I want to say something else as well. Within Listing Dealer is not in any way part of the transaction, but I do monitor what's going on so that your sellers and the agents in Listing Dealer are treated correctly, and the agents and the hedge funds in Listing Dealer act concisely. Now, tips for success. It's best to enter the listings in the morning. The analysts follow corporate business hours, although now as the market's got more competitive, I've seen them make acquisitions at all hours, especially I've even seen them do them at the weekend. You can put a property in Listing Dealer anytime you have a listing. It's better if you do it when it's not in the MLS, because if it's been in the MLS, they've probably already looked at it. Now, if a property is stale in the MLS, it's not going to sell in Listing Dealer. If your seller is asking too much money for the property, in your opinion, then they may get a lower offer in Listing Dealer, but please convey to your seller that an offer is an offer, and it's an offer is an offer. So I would hope that you could do business with the hedge fund directly. Otherwise, use that letter of intent to educate your seller or do a deal with someone else. Listing Dealer just wants you to be successful. Now, give as much detailed information as you can manage, and photos. as many photos as possible. I've seen hedge funds buy properties in Listing Dealer without photos, but the more photos you get, the more the chances you're going to have of doubling your income. Now, as I mentioned before, property stays in Listing Dealer for 72 hours, so only fresh property is delivered to the analyst. Now, when a property's been in there for 72 hours, it gets archived. When it's archived, it stays in the system, but the analyst can't see it. You can still see it in your homepage. Now, if you want to reduce the price, then that's the only way you can refresh the properties, if you reduce the price. That way, it will be refreshed and go in there for another 72 hours, and then hopefully second time round you can make it happen. Now, once again, tips for success. Be honest, guys. I mean, I'm an agent and a salesperson. I've been guilty of like puffing, but like the analysts have very concise views of everything. So just be as concise as you can manage, and also get listings. I mean, it's a seller's market. If you're spending time getting listings, I would say that's a valid use of your time. In fact, I've got some ideas for you to help increase your income. So these hedge funds are going to be buying. I think they're going to be buying for the next 12 to 18 months. Now, this is an opportunity for you to start having fun with real estate again. You're an agent. You hung tough. A lot of agents gave up their licenses. Well, now it's time for you to benefit from all this Wall Street money wanting properties in your area. So you should be working, if you work smartly, you should be working for double the income as opposed to just generating listings. If you work smart and hard, or you can just work smart and anyway. No, I'm not a comedian, so no jokes there. So FSBOs, Fidelity National Title has awesome farming programs, giving you lists of data and marketing materials that can precipitate you to get listings that you may give to hedge funds. So spend your time doing listings. Some agents, they're even doing door-to-door now. Now you've got direct access to the hedge funds. Previously, this was the realm of a select few privileged brokers or teams that were writing offers on your listings. Well, guess what? Now you can do offers on your own listings and not take half the bread off your table. Keep the bread on your table or in your office. I've got people doing door-to-door. I've got realtors contacting old clients, and like, you don't have to sell them hard. Just say, look, I have direct access to institutional buy and hold investors. If you give me permission, give me like a 36-hour listing agreement, let me soft market it to several hedge funds and see if I can get you a cash offer with a 15-day close. Your tenants can stay, and you've got found money in your house. Your house probably went up 20% since you bought it, and yeah, everyone's a winner. So you can, anyone, contact property investors that bought properties in the past 2 or 3 years, contact wholesalers, management companies. If you have access to any property management accounts, call them up. They might have a bucket list. They might want to sell. You can give them a cash offer. Their tenants need not be none the wiser, and it's fantastic. Now, another thing as well is, for those short sellers out there, doing business directly for a hedge fund is awesome for short sellers. Doing a short sell is a delicate situation in some instances. Now, the hedge funds, for the seller, all the seller cares about, being the homeowner, is that it's approved, they get a full deficiency waiver, and it closes. Now, with Listing Dealer, if you put a house on the market, and it's like, say it's a really nice home under like 250 or 200, and you put a sign up and you put it on the market, you're going to have 100 people want to traipse through your seller's home, and you're going to get a bunch of silly offers as well. Well, with Listing Dealer, you get the right offer for the seller, a cash offer, and they're definitely going to close. They're not going to flake on you, and your seller thinks you're a rock star because you took a delicate situation and got them a full deficiency waiver and made it very smooth. So really important for short sellers, and hedge funds love short sales. Now, another thing you can do mailers. You can do like saying you can cash close in 15 days. One tip, get data from Fidelity and do mailers to any property where the owner is registered at another address, probably a rental or a second home, and probably someone that might want to cash out and take advantage of the hedge funds, and then you can get paid for your services as well. Now, I think I told a porcupine, because I actually took 42 minutes to go through this presentation, which I apologize. I tried to make it fast, and I hope you didn't think it was boring. There really is a lot of other information I can convey to you. If you have any questions, contact me directly, matt@listingdealer.com, matt@listingdealer.com, and log on to Listing Dealer, set up a free account, watch the free videos, learn, and think about how you're going to double your income for the rest of the year and have multiple hedge funds in your back pocket to the benefit of your sellers and your family and your office and you as well. Let's not forget about you. So, okay, questions. Okay, from Tiffany. How long is the offer good for? Good question. The offer is good for a long time. Now, we've had recently, now the market's gone up, we've had agents put properties in Listing Dealer. They got an offer, but then it wasn't acceptable to their seller. But then, guess what? It was a good offer, and they come back into Listing Dealer, or they come back into Listing Dealer and say, is that offer still good? I've seen it good for 2 or 3 months out. So the offer is good for a long time. I hope that answers your question, Tiffany. From Mike, do you do commercial or land? No, not at this time, Mike. People have asked us to do commercial land, but we're just doing single-family homes right now and townhomes. So if we do commercial, log on, we'll have your info, and we'll certainly let you know if we expand to commercial. Do I have to put the properties in when they're pre-MLS? You know what, Tracy? You can put the properties in at any time. I have to say, pre-MLS is best. And know this, Listing Dealer is designed to give you the jump on hedge fund buyer broker teams. So I strongly recommend that you put it in Listing Dealer as early as you can manage, and good luck. Now, we do see some MLS listings go in there. Usually, all the hedge funds have already picked over them, but you're welcome to put what you want in there. But may I just say this? I hate to see people spin their wheels and not get paid. So pre-MLS, buyer contingent loss buyer, or price reduced, not reducing the MLS. That's the best way that you're going to spend your time, and that's going to give you the greatest likelihood of success. Luke, do I have to use Fidelity? No, Luke, you don't have to use Fidelity, but I can put my hand on my heart and say it will help you get your deals done faster and smoother, and the hedge funds have pre-existing relationships with them, and it will help you. It will be easier to get your deal done. If you contact me directly, if you don't already have a Fidelity rep, contact me directly. I'll put you in touch with one, because they can also give you some amazing ways to grow your business utilizing these hedge funds. A lot of agents are taking advantage of these free services Fidelity National Title are offering agents, and by all means contact me, Matt at Listing Dealer, and I'll hook you up with a ninja title rep to grow your business. Do you buy anywhere? Well, I guess the answer to that is no. At the moment, at this point in time, we're doing in California, several counties in California, mainly in Southern California right now. We're doing Maricopa County in Arizona, Clark County, Nevada, and I'm just opening up Florida. So we're not anywhere. And then may I say this, if you have a question, contact me. I'll do my best to get back to you as quickly as I can manage. Now, Sophie says, when's the best time to put a listing in Listing Dealer? As I mentioned, the really best time is Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. The hedge funds keep business hours. The analysts work like mostly Monday through Friday. You can put properties in at the weekend, but you know what, Sophie, we put properties in at any time. I've seen them be bought. But if you want to increase the likelihood of your success, do it Monday through Friday. What verbiage do you use in the contract? Well, the verbiage, that depends on what county you're in. The hedge funds send a copy of the verbiage that they like to use, although really whatever's the most important thing is you create a meeting of the minds between the seller and the buyer. May I say that you should always adhere, to the standards of your local MLS or brokerage. And so if you are doing any pre-MLS, do have them sign any necessary MLS exclusion forms that are readily available in zip forms or in your office. And yeah, good luck, guys. I can't promise that they're going to buy everything, but they buy a lot and they want to buy more. And now you know where Listing Dealer is. You can utilize it for your sellers at any time. So it's been my pleasure giving this webinar. And once again, if you have any questions, contact me at Matt@ListingDealer, or go into the website and call our 24-hour hotline. If my technician can't answer your question directly, then I'll have someone contact you at our earliest convenience. Once again, I'd like to thank Fidelity National Title for working in conjunction with us as our partner. And I'd like to thank you as the agents. I'd like to thank you for listening. And I wish you the best of luck out there. And yeah, go get listings. Thank you very much, guys. I'm going to sign off now. And if you have any questions, contact me, Matt@ListingDealer. But most importantly, go into ListingDealer.com right now and set up a free account and get ready to make more money. All right, guys, signing off. Good luck out there.